Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about silver. It has been a few days. The price did break lower. That was our expectation. However, I had to change the overall assumption here on this chart. Remember, in the previous videos, we talked about two possibilities. That we either had here a basically a 1-2, 1-2 setup, or all of this as a 1 and 2. And I did explain to you I'm open to both. But depending on how low the price goes, we may have to switch over to the scenario in which we say, okay, probably all of this was a wave 1. And that I had to do that because the price, while it did not invalidate the other scenario, from a Fibonacci retracement point of view, this is just the more likely one. So it continues to be that we are watching for lower prices until we see a reversal pattern. Here, the idea was in the last update that we will go lower most likely, and that we will make one more leg down. That leg down was, well, happened. It was quite aggressive, to be honest. So, however, we're probably getting towards the end of this correction, I would say. But there is, at the moment, zero evidence that it has finished. So we're going to take a look at that right now, take a look at the micro counts. I've got basically two possibilities how this could have unfolded. Oops. So let's take a look at that. So if we assume we are in a wave 2 pullback, then I really don't want, in this scenario, the price to go below $19.15. It can still go lower, but after that move down, I do expect at least a bit of a relief rally. So base case is still bullish, yeah. Base case is still bullish, but we're tracking lower until we see a first impulse. I hope that makes sense. So if we are tracking here a correction, then this would have been an A wave, okay? So we had it like that before as well. Then we said, okay, was the B here and the C down there? Let me just change the color and the wave degree. Just want to build it again with you so that you understand the different structures. That's possible, but if we align it with gold, we had an Elliott wave triangle here. So basically that we say, okay, we had our triangle. A triangle is a 5-wave move. Looks pretty nice, like a B-wave triangle. That B-wave could have been a bit longer, to be honest, but it's okay. And then the B-wave was an A-wave, a B-wave, a C-wave, a D-wave, and an E-wave. And that, to be honest, is my preferred scenario because it is very much aligned with gold. I mean, gold worked out really nicely. Also expected breakout to the downside. And the important fact or the important breakout point here was the low of the B wave at around about $22.20. Now we have come down lower. Oops, we have come down lower. And I mean, with regards to targets, just to get an idea of, okay, is this move down finished? One way of doing it in Elliott wave is you basically take the height at the beginning of the triangle, you go to the end of the E wave, and then you track the length. And that's exactly where we have arrived. So technically speaking, you know, the low could be in, also based on this scenario that we are now basically in a C wave of wave 2. So technically speaking, what we need to understand, first of all, the Fibonacci extension targets. You know, do they align? The wave A and the wave C typically have a certain relationship. So let's use the Fibonacci extension tool to identify those Fibonacci relationships. I mean, we have the standard Fibonacci retracements on the chart, but a common relationship is the relationship between wave A, the wave A, and the wave C. So if we take the length of the A wave, then we go to the end of the B wave, so we can compare it with the length of the C wave, okay? A and C often have the same length. Well, that would take us to around about $20.17, possibly $19.40 next, yeah? But I would pay attention to $20.17 for as a key level. So I might add that to the chart here. There's just one level to watch in this scenario. And then, I mean, if we look at the wave count, you could say that in this C wave, in this scenario, we had a wave 1 here. Then this was a wave 2. This was the 3. Might still be in the 4 and one more low to come in wave 5 of C. Yeah, so this is certainly, in my opinion, a not very unlikely scenario, possibly reaching that $20.14 level. Now I will change this all to white because this will be the white wave count, which I currently follow primarily. We need to understand, okay, what is resistance? Let's understand what is resistance. Why do we need to know that? Because if we break above resistance, something different might be at play. And typically wave 4 resistance is the 50% retracement level, $22.06. So as soon as the price gets above that level, we have something more bullish going on. Well, another scenario, which I will highlight in a different color, maybe we use yellow for that, would be that, yeah, the move down was an A wave, but then probably the B wave finished here. It's a very strange structure, A, B, C, with a very short C wave, not invalid though, and then the C wave is coming down now. That would likely give us a lower, well, not a lower low, but let me show you. I would rather say then that this was a wave 1 in wave C. 2, this could be the 3. Nearly finished, maybe another low, close to finishing. Then the 4 and the 5. So I know it's probably hard to see now. I make it yellow. I'll show you that pathway. Wave 1 instead of the D wave of the triangle. Wave 2 instead of the E wave of the triangle. Wave 3, basically where in the white wave count, the C wave ends. But then we should get one more high in a 4, a lower high in a 4, and a lower low in a 5. Ideally, in both scenarios, we do not drop significantly, or we do not get a sustained break below $19.15. So again, I think there is a potential for another low. I think there is a potential to go lower. Above $22.06, something different might be at play. Or let me actually double check what is resistance for this wave 4. That might be a little different. Not really. It's not really. Might be a little higher, but just $22.20. So yeah, so as long as we stay below $22.20, the focus can be lower. If we see a break above it, something different might be at play. But yeah, these are the wave counts that we're currently observing here, depending on which scenario we are watching, yellow or white. Both very similar, both bullish, but obviously with a sustained break below $19 down there, I would have to consider something more bearish. There's no way around it then. But anyway, so far we've been focusing on lower. We're still focusing on lower. And if something more bearish is playing out, then that's what it is. But the trend is down at the moment still. And we focus on the trend, which is down. And we are focusing on the structures to tell us when the trend shifts. So far, it hasn't shifted. And if it means that the shorter time frame trend or the lower degree trend changes the larger degree trend, then so be it. We know exactly where that should take place, which is below the $19.15 level on the chart. Yeah, that's my update about silver. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. If you're interested in our stocks and shares service, then check out the Patreon link in the description. We just launched it this week. We covered 20 stocks. You find the list of stocks when you click on the link. And on a daily basis, the S&P 500 is included. There's a daily video covering selected stocks on the day and the S&P 500 and lots of other stuff. So take a look at it if you're interested. We just had a lot of requests for such a stocks and shares service. Obviously, we plan to build on it. This is only the start. So yeah, thanks a lot and enjoy your day. Bye-bye.